Big stepper. Good morning. Good morning. Live and save that. All right. So this morning we see definitely the one that's standing out is GDC, up 81%. I was looking into the charting. Let's go ahead and jump over here to the charting here. So we can see GDC has had some pretty nice runs in the past. Of course, it has gone through a couple of splits. Right now, the 200 moving average was at the 363-ish level, and now trading around 462, so right under the $5. Looks like it has an AI catalyst in GDC. Let me go and look into this. GDC. Looks like it's an electric gaming and multimedia based out of Hong Kong company. GD Culture Group Limited operates as an integrated marketing service agency. The company focuses on enterprise brand management, crisis public relations, intelligent public opinion monitoring, media PR, financial and economic media operation, digital face application, exhibition services, and other businesses. Okay, so it publishes books on all of the pretty much everything that goes on within the economy. The company was formerly known as Code Chain New Continent Limited and changed its name to GD Culture Group Limited on January 2023. GD Culture Group was based or is based in Wan Chai, Hong Kong. Okay. But it is up 80 something percent. Definitely one of the bigger moves. GDC. No kind of current shelf registrations on it. Let's actually roll down the list and see what other news catalysts we have. ABC also up here with a little bit of news. Danaher to acquire, that's a buyout acquisition. GDC HE was the one that I talked about last week. I did start a little position in HC. I want to get some more in Hawaiian Electric, but it did pop back up 36% today, which isn't exciting for me. I want people to kind of forget about it while I buy it up, but it keeps on drawing people back over here. If we look at HE, my entry was around 13 something. I think it was like right around 13, and it bounced down here to $9 on Friday. And I was like, well, I'm gonna see what it does next week and see if it'll stay down at 9. I might add there, but it already got back up here to the 13. So HE is the company that provides a large amount of electrical and energy solutions in Hawaii. And I was thinking, hey, if Hawaii is on the recovery path, I'm sure that there's utilities companies will be on a recovery path as well. But as of now, just letting it play. Hopefully, maybe it'll retest under 10. But man, it got under 10 for like a split second and then popped back up. So looking to get some more shares during a better time on that one. Other things that are up here, BAC, Bank of America, has 3 million shares. Let's see, looking like it is in another dip, came down here. I'm really waiting on the bank stocks. I've been kind of watching them and just kind of waiting around. Let me look at Charles Schwab. So Schwab came down here the first time to 59 and has now started to show a nice little trend here. Good thing I waited on this trend, because I would have been in like at the 60. We'll see. Oops. See how it plays around with this little range that it's got. Little downtrend that we can kind of see clearly. Has already tried to test this 200 moving average, found some resistance at the 65s, came back down to the 58s. So just giving those bank stocks a little bit of time. Let's see what else. TQQ, SQQ, SOXL, no news. UNG, Tesla, and SOXS. So today, I'm guessing the GDC is going to take a lot of volume at the beginning, at the open of the market. The high, which it keeps breaking these highs, had a high here of 388, broke out to 439, broke out to 478, broke out to $5. One of the things that with these types of stocks, though, especially on a Monday morning, I like to see what the sellers, what kind of implications the sellers have, because right now on the hour and the 4 hour and the 15-minute, we see no red, like it's all green. So what what is it going to look at like for the sellers to get active, and what kind of range is it going to have on the open? Right now, let's see, it's $4 up to about 475. So it does have some pretty good range though, either way. But yeah, up 90 at 91%, 7 million shares on the board. And kind of waiting and watching on that. Boy, I wish he would just slow down and come back down, bro. I'm not gonna worry about it. He is one of my dividend plays, but I don't like when my dividends get super volatile. I like them to kind of rest, but it's whatever. As long as they continue to pay that dividend, I'm good to go. VFS, one that we've been seeing rip for the last 1, 2, 3, 4 days, did get up there and reach a high of $91. Has definitely become more of a grinder since the first rip. Less volume on today, 1 million shares traded, up only 14%. But I still think people are interested in this one. Even though with all of this trading, it's still not enough shares for the owner who has the big wallet on this one to sell all of his shares, even with all the trading that's happened on these 4 days. So he's probably still holding a good portion of that billion shares that he had. And if he had that billion shares from the beginning, let's see, it moved from 20 up to 80 something. So, or 90 something. So that is some big gains in his pocket. The other one that I've been watching kind of react to oil is INDO. Oil is again holding around the 80s. And I'm looking, this is what I was looking for. So we had this whoops. What are we doing? What are we doing? So we had this bottom test right here at the 66. It broke out of this range here over the 72s, had a little pullback, and now it has pulled back and held this previous little breakout level, held over this 76 whatever. And so I will be looking this week to add a little bit more to INDO, and definitely look for this oil run to continue up and test this 83 level here. 83 to 85-ish level here. But yeah, INDO is looking good to me. He's looking good. Just needs to slow down some, and people need to chill out buying, because I want my low buys. Reliable, you know, we talked about he the other day. I actually added into this thing at 13. It bounced down here to $9 last week and then gapped back up to 13. Find a more quality. No, I already have oil plays, but that's the only low flow oil play that I have. I got a bunch of ETFs. I got all kind of oil plays. Let's see. But yeah, GDC is the eye zone today, especially if it continues to get volume like it's getting almost 8 million shares. But I really want to see where GDC is gonna go. It is a IT based company. They do a lot of. It's not just specific to IT and it's not specific to AI, but they do a lot of information gathering, information. What are they called? Information solutions, I guess. I don't know, but we will see on this open. That's another thing that I've started to do, especially on dividend plays, is I buy the idea small and then I add to the idea the more confidence I get. So even if I got a little bit of doubt, I'm like, if I start small, I mean, what's the worst that can happen? It gaps down to $5, right? But as I build that confidence, as I see the buyers coming in and the levels setting up, I add. GSIT is $3.44. It has tested this double bottom at 324 twice here. Twice here on the 15-minute. Yeah, a little bit clearer consolidation at 325s there. Maybe some support, but we'll see. Has a top side of maybe 350s. So from 325s.
3.75 break could get going.
Yeah. It's got to get some volume to get going though. Get some of them buyers in there pushing that thing up.
GNS should be on the watch for you today.
I saw GNS the last time you called it out. It was like, what was it, 320 or something? Or
GSIT
what was it?
Doesn't need to get going today.
Let me see. GNS. This one's already done the move though. And it's broken out. It's broken out of the 166 up to the 194s. It's got 8 million shares traded. Headed up to that $2 mark. Up 32% right now.
LOL, oh no, that move ain't over yet.
Let's see, TV.
I live stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. CST.
We shall see though. There's a little bit of red on GDC coming up to this $5 mark, 505 mark. Previous consolidations was back here at like the 407s, but it's got plenty of range here. Look on a daily chart for previous consolidations on this thing. Had a little bit at the 315-ish level, but that's way down there. Let's back off a little bit. GFAI. Oops. GFAI. All right. Yeah, it has come down to a previous bottom, has had multiple little runs out of this area of the 465. Back up here to, wow, some pretty decent runs out of this area from 4 up to $30 and then from 4 up to 39. So GFAI with some pops out of here.
Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe if you enjoy the content and want to see more.
We have about 10 minutes coming up to the bell, 13 minutes to the bell. A firm was one that was going up on Friday as well. Took a big move up from 15 up to 18 and just sitting there right now. On the scans, still sitting looking at the same thing. Don't really see any new tickers coming up just yet. Nvidia hit a high of 502 2 days ago and has come down back to the 460s. Very high mover. I was only using Nvidia to trade BMR though, but they lost correlation, so I kind of left it alone. Invex. So we see a pullback into this consolidation level. It had like a curl in here, but it was almost like a false curl. Usually you see them curl straight out of here and go up, but it came up, it curled, and then failed back to this level and then took off. That's 725 up to 844 is all the way up. And is now taking another rest in previous consolidation at the around the 810s.
Need to look at the day chart for NVAX bull flag passes the rules.
Bull flag. Well, this one it's been trading in this range here. Has a top of 993 and is heading back to what looks like previous consolidation here at 725. So it's been down here, curled, tried to get out of that range, tried to get out of that range, tried to get out of that range, and it's still trading towards the $8. So I don't think it's a horrible setup. It's got a bottom side of what, five something. Into the teens? You think we're gonna get another infectious outbreak like that? Because that was the reason that it went up the first time. Let's look at the years here. So this was back in 2015 to 16, where it ripped up there to $200. So it's definitely been up there, and these are lower prices in comparison to where it's been. But yeah, if it rips to 200, you're gonna be set. It rips up there, you're gonna be set, boy. But it may not rip, it may just grind up there and gap up there. But definitely you have better positioning than most down here under $10. Does Invax pay out a dividend, bro? Or are they let me see. Invax dividends. Nope, no
Lord, I
dividend
hope
as of
not.
yet. Let me type in will Novavax ever pay August ownership. Novavax just dropped a bombshell on investors. What's their bombshell?
I
Even
don't want them to
management.
pay a dividend.
Let's see. Novavax reported an unprofitable 2022. Can Novavax survive? Blah blah blah. Let's start a petition for this dividend to come on out here. Nah, I'm kidding. All right, VFS making its way back up to the 90s.
Ew.
So I have an accumulation of dividends now, monthly and quarterly, and the monthlies are pretty sweet. You know, they drop the money off every month, and so I can reinvest it. Usually, what I'm doing is taking the monthly profits and putting it into quarterly stuff that's paying pretty good yields. And for the quarterly stuff, I'm probably going to use it to buy some higher priced dividend stocks, because pretty much everything I have right now, all the dividends I have like 27 or something like that. 27 dividends, but they are all under like $25. Because I've been bargain buying, been buying these dips just like on HE, which I hope does not rip back up here. Keeps playing. I want to see it back towards $12, $11 so I can add. All right, GDC pushing up to $5 coming into the open. We have 5 minutes left. The top side is the 501. Which I don't know if this is resistance or not, but it'll be a great testing. Well, it's already through the 5. Make this white. All right, getting through the 5. Don't really know if that is support or resistance there at the $5. Up 102%, so it's definitely going to be attracting the eyes for this morning. Almost to 10 million shares traded. It might be there by the open. Monday morning trades. Always are very, very interesting, especially if you are actually getting in as it's going up right at the open. Very interesting. Could go either way. A lot of emotion has not entered the market yet, but we can see a
AMP
lot of
6.50 potential breakout level.
amps.
Earnings were solid, nice uptrend hold.
AMPS.
Volume increase on Friday, not much but it did.
Amps. Yeah, that was definitely I think we talked about this one back when it was at 4. Did you take a position when it was at 4? I don't even remember. Have about 2 minutes to the bell though. Looking for 5 to either become resistance or some type of floor for it to move up higher. Looking back at
No,
the
that
daily
was the
chart.
earnings day.
So let's check this one more time. We really don't have a whole lot of obvious levels here. I just looked at the previous consolidation. Yeah, and then it's got a little bit of a gap at 571 to 615. They got hit. I don't really know about all that. We'll see if it can hold up the 5 first. Only did a 16-cent breakout on that one. And new candle opening right at the
Watching
5s.
GDC at the open.
And here comes the open. Right at 5. 499s. Wow. Straight up to 530s in the first little bit. Big ups and big
I live
downs.
stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. CST.
Top side was 535. All right, so still up 90 something percent. Probably need to work its way down a little bit. Looking over here on TOS, you see had a very nice pop up there back towards the 530, 540 level. Popping right back down to the 475s. For it to go back green on the day, it will need to break over the 5.
And subscribe if you enjoy the content and want to see more.
Let me go in. Whoops, wrong thing. Timers.
$2.07 trim on GNS.
Edit. Discord.
Check out our Discord.
Wow.
No paywall. Free to join. https://discord.gg/8b2fjutwpe.
GNS taking that top volume spot. It did push up to the 220s over the $2. Up 43%. GDC definitely red on the day for now. GNS looking like the one that's going to be one of the few holding green. Will it be able to hold up that 2? GDC looking like it wants to retest this bottom here. 462s was the bottom of this previous 15-minute candle. GNS pumping back under the $2 as well.
NVAX tested the flat top over the last 2 days.
GNS struggling to hold up that 2 there, just kind of bouncing around it. Wondering what a $4 test would be like on GDC. Wow, HE all the way up to almost $14. I was really hoping this thing would come on back down, but I am on in the green on my dividend play, at least because I bought it like 1330s or something like that. VFS also getting packed down. Let's look at what the SPY is doing. SPY is also grinding up. Have 442s up here. GDC not wanting to give up that 5 just yet. VWAP right now on that one is the 484s, which is trying to hold above. Continue to get bought around that level. They're looking for a break above this $5, but it's going to take a little bit of work there, it looks like. Getting up into those 90s, 92s, 95s, right at that $5 level. Looking at the book,
NVAX holding above the flat top.
I see GDC with 20,000 at the $5 that needs to be pushed through. 20,000 shares on the books. Wow, this thing is absolutely ripping. It was just at 14. It's at 1450 on he. Oh my goodness. Well, oh well. May not get the chance to add like I wanted to at lower prices. GNS also showing red now. So this has been the first 5 minutes of the market. You're seeing things come on down. I want to see what will happen at this $4 level though. It's previous kind of consolidation right here at the 408s or whatnot. Still up 80%. Let me see if I see any other newcomers coming up here up the charts. I see XPEV actually came back down, hit a high of 1873 and came back down. Looking for those high, the high relative volume on these though. GNS right back over the $2 now.
BBN 51 break / neckline break.
He into a halt, bro. Come on, man. All right.
WBD reclaimed 12.50.
Trying to hold up this 450 right now on GDC. I'm looking for a breakdown of 450. Previous body candle here at 413 could be a possible test point for a small bounce here. 414 level. We're going to give it time to try to get down there. VFS back down to the 81s, only up 20%, playing around there, back and forth. GNS doing the same thing, big wick to, or a larger wick to the top side than the downside. We'll see where it closes though. Can it close over the 2? Bank of America down a little bit. Let's add XPEV up here. What does it look like? XPEV getting pushed down. TQQ, SQQ getting some attention this morning as well. GDC coming on down to that 4. Up 76%. 15 million shares traded on it. Look on the daily chart for GDC. We can see it's pushing right down towards this level of 4. Don't know how far it's going to come, but we'll see. GNS refuses to fail the $2. Continue to hold the $2 up here. First 15 minutes of the market will be closing in 4 minutes. So let's see where things land. HE open up the halt and going higher. What's the SPY doing there? SPY snap back down off the 443s. And GDC finding some kind of action around right underneath the 450s.
On NKLA 1.26 fill.
Okay. Looks like 450 is getting some kind of action here on GDC. GNS back under 2. GDC kind of playing around at the 77. Top side is at 536. And 550s continue to hold here. But looking for that 15-minute to close. See if it can go ahead and dump through that 50 with power. $41s. Can we see 425s up here? 430s, 427s, almost to that $4 mark here. Down 13% on the day. And this one continues to play around with this too. HE snapping back as well. Not seeing a whole lot of low floats today. GDC is pretty much the only one that's really showing any kind of movement, but it's showing big movement to the downside. It hasn't really tested lows yet. Down 14%, but we don't see anything really outperforming it when it comes to change on the day since open. So it's got a lot of downwards pressure. Yes, yes, yes. HE falling. That's what I want to see. Give me some better prices. GDC hit down here at the 425. Very small buying pressure right here at the 422s. But what is the chances of it taking all of this candle back up to the $5? Kind of not realistic. It could happen, but what's the probability of it pushing back against all of this selling pressure right now? So I'm still looking for this one to have some continuation to the downside. May give it a couple hours to see if it can go ahead and test this $4 for real, and if we can get some buying pressure under this 4. GNS, man, this thing will not give up. Continuing to grind over the $2. So we got a previous high of the 220s. And then this one is what, right around the 210s. So about a 10-cent area of space between the high and where it is now. 20 million shares traded on it.
Holding up cause it has a legitimate setup.
We'll see about that. It's not over yet. HE now halted down, which is perfect. This is why I'm glad I just on these dividend stocks, I pretty much let the beginning day of the week, like Monday, go ahead and play out. Then I look to see where these things are kind of landing towards midweek. If there's no crazy news coming out midweek, let it halt whichever way it wants to go, because I do not have a huge position in it, but I would like it to halt down a lot. That would help a lot. BFS still trading right above the 80s. GNS pushing over the 210s slightly. Up 46%, and now is pretty much the strongest stock on the day. Up 8%, holding its gains here.
Gapping over the previous 2-week highs, testing the lows from March. Wouldn't be surprised to see it fill 2.87 gap. Maybe 3.66 gap.
We shall see. GNS only 5 cents away from the breakout of this 220. Okay. Needs to break out of here so it doesn't do too much of a double top. I think it can break, though, with the way it's been pushing. Yep, 25's there. A little breakout over the 20s. So, yeah, I wouldn't even touch GDC until GNS chills out. There's no point. GDC is any longs coming in here looking at GDC, they're going to be like, but GNS is kind of pumping up. Even though it has smaller range, it moved from the $2 up to the 220. You can't get like a whole lot, but still with a higher bullish sentiment on the day than GDC right now. XPEV continue to push down. $25 million shares traded on GNS. GDC breaking down the 225s. I mean, not 225s, 425s. HE taking a nice dump. Let's go. I want to see it back around. Give me another opportunity to buy around this $9 level. That's where I'll be looking, like actually probably $9 exactly. Just add a little bit. If it does break down, I'll add a little bit more. I do like people have been watching it though. GNS, look at the books, man. 225 has 136,000 there, 225 there. They need to push through that wall. And then on the bottom side, any kind of standout numbers. 195 has 21K, but nothing like this. Where'd it go? 136 on the books, but we'll see what happens when it hits 225 again. Will it be a big short, or will it go ahead and push through that level as a long? But definitely a pretty big wall there. SQQ continuing to go up as the SPY reverts, coming down. TQQ coming down as well.
2.22 trim.
All right, GDC doing exactly what we were thinking, going down because it's definitely getting outperformed. Almost down to that $4 level. I just want to see this wall get hit. Oh, the wall disappeared. Now it's just 28 there at 225. There was 138 there just a second ago. Where did all those orders go? Now it's hitting the 225s. May go ahead and push right through it. Yep, pushing right through it. They disappeared and now it's gonna...
BAC neckline break 28.80.
GDC now down to 411, getting down to that $4 mark. And at this point, looking on TOS, is entering that range, but look how much red is on the day, how much it would have to go back up just to get green. You know, I don't think it's going to be a probable cause for today going down, and even now testing the $4 here, this level that we were looking at. But I don't think it's worth it now, down 18% with a 13% up mover. This is just not the best long type look on the day. Looking like it's about to break down for
NVAX reclaimed 8.50.
NVAX. I'm gonna shoot them a letter to get them to go ahead and pay out some dividends. And then BAC, another questionable one, going up there at 20, almost to $29.
LOLY.
So I can add it to my dividend portfolio. That way, the next pandemic, it'll shoot up and be paying me dividends.
EO.
Like HE will be. I just like getting paid for holding stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's just, you know, every month, you know, the account's going up. No matter what the valuation of the stock is, whether it's going up or down, it's just going up in my account. You know? I'm not worried about it moving $10 or $13 because I know either way it goes, I'm going to get paid. And I'm going to have income to reinvest very quickly without having to sell the stock. Just continue to hold my position. You know? Because I don't want...
Dividends aren't free, brother. Comes right off the company's books.
What do their books have to do with my books? My books and their books are two different books. My books are showing profit. I'm not even worried about their books. Let them worry about their books. GDC kind of just
Having
sitting.
a sustainable company on a long investment is more important than your books.
Not to me. If I got 30 tickers and one just starts to dwindle and the company just goes bad, I'll sell it. Take the money and reinvest it. Let somebody else get it that deserves it.
When you're holding long, it is LOL.
Well, I am holding long. Anyway, GDC now down here looking like it wants to blast through the 4. Gave quite a move down below the $4.
You say that until you're long and it gaps down 30 to 40%.
If it gaps down 30 to 40%, the thing is, I'm not taking trades on the dividends like I take on a day trade. I'm not sitting in there 2,000 shares, 3,000 shares. I'm building a position. So if it gaps down 30 to 40%, I'm buying. I'm okay. Let's go. 30 to 40%, that is discount for me. Especially if it's some kind of catalyst that can be overcome, like the Hawaiian fires that they're going to be recovering from.
Then you'd be buying against strength on a company that might not be able to afford the dividend.
But if I'm already in the company and they cut their dividend to, let's say, facilitate more value, then I still have a good price on it, right? For recovery. Like if I bought something at 13, if I started a small position at 13, it gaps down to 5. Am I going to be hurt? No, because I started with a small position. I'm trading with money that I am willing to lose. So in my mind, I'm like, let's go ahead and buy this thing up, man. Let's get it.
Agree to disagree on this one. How?
If you're not trading with money that you're not willing to lose, then sure, right? But I'm looking at the overall output per month, per quarter, per year. And even if it does go up for you, you have to actually sell. If it's not doing dividends, you may have to sell your shares just to get value from the company.
And investing.
Exactly. Like if I plant let's say I plant
if you want another great platform for real estate project investing, check out Ground Floor.
Let's say
https://appgroundfloor.us/r/39531f.
If I plant a pecan tree, let's say, or a plum tree, eventually that plum tree is going to be paying me pretty good dividends after it gets to a fruit bearing spot. But with a dividend portfolio, I'm looking for plum trees that aren't seedlings. I'm looking for things that have already fruited. And I'm just going plum, 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 and I'm skipping over the whole seedling spot.
Size on an investment with high conviction than huge size on a trade.
I mean, the huge size on a day trade is because of the low time frequency.
No
you're in a trade like what? A couple hours maybe? 5 minutes? But for a longer term investment, you may be in that trade for a year, 2 years, 5 years. So I'm looking at the time, I'm like, okay, if I hold this for 5 years, I know with everything else that I'm doing, 5 years I'm gonna be, reaping the benefits. But for a day trade, sure, I'm willing to go big. It's managed risk. It's like, oh yeah, let's do it.
How about 20 years?
20 years, doesn't matter. As long as I'm invested in the long term and I can take the risk on the short term, yeah, I'll take the risk. GDC
nice pump.
Still holding right here at the 4. Looking at GNS though, it had a shoulder here at 220, head here at the 230. So we'll see if it's a head and shoulders or if it wants to jump up.
Friday from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. CST.
I'm missing my meeting as well. I need to go ahead and close this down. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. I literally just looked at the time. Reliable Rudy may be streaming. He'll drop it in the chat if he is. Go and check out his channel. But yeah, that is it for me today. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one.
Happy Monday,
Peace.
fellas. I'm off to the stream. Thanks, Hal. Bye. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe if you enjoy the content and want to see more.